Hello everyone, welcome back to Day One Dev channel. Today I'm going to talk about the product related to a software artifacts repository. You might have heard this purely focused on software development related software. Uh, so let's start with our what is this software artifact repository is as an universal DevOps and DevSecOps solution providing an end-to-end automation and management of uh, artifacts. When I say artifact, it's more like a binaries, such as you might have heard a term called Gradle, Maven, packages like a char, EAR, var, keeping and storing a certain place. And similarly for all the packages like a Docker images, your Python, a Node, .NET, or any other program languages like including your models, all this binary stuff will be residing in a single repository. Especially enterprises use that, and I'll share that even the products are related. So they are purely used as artifacts through the entire application delivery process that improves your SDLC productivity across the development ecosystem. Okay, so it enables a freedom of a choice, supporting a multiple software build packages, all major CI/CD platforms and the DevOps tools, uh, whatever you are using right now, such as a Git, Jenkins, etc. All these products will support you. Okay, so let's explore some of the key features when you're looking for some artifacts repository. Definitely, the first one starts with an universal repository manager. Uh, Supports for your various packages, formats, such as Maven, Gradle, NPM, Docker, .NET is a NuGet, Python, which is PYPI, it's called, and Ruby, Gems, and much more, right? Allowing the users to manage diverse type of artifacts in single repository. And the next one comes with an proxying. So technically, this is the ability of act as a proxy for your remote repositories. When I use a remote repositories, more like a Docker Hub or Maven Central repositories, similarly pypi.org, npm org. That's all these are cached artifacts. So you can locally to improve a build performance as well as your reliability by reducing a downtime and minimizing external dependencies for every package. So capturing and store rich metadata for every artifact stored, including a version history, dependencies, and properties, enabling a comprehensive artifact management and search capabilities. Fine-grained access control mechanisms is required to define your user permissions based on roles and groups, ensuring that the only authorized users have access to your sensitive artifacts and their repositories, especially your local repositories. Uh, as I called out, integration within security scanning tools to identify and remediate security vulnerabilities in artifacts. It helps you to ensure the integrity and safety of a software dependencies are really critical bug free. And built-in repository requires health checks and maintenance across your systems to task to monitor and clean up our repositories, detaching some of unstable or unused artifacts to optimize your storage of a space. Uh, Support for high availability, which is standard if your enterprise might be already you're part of doing that stuff, where you're high availability is one of your criteria, and it should do your clustering. If you're managing a multi-region system, then also you have to consider a replication feature. Uh, Technically, you're ensuring your continuous availability and scalability of your entire system to support your SDLC software development lifecycle. And as I called out previously, some of our tools like Jenkins, it requires a seamless integration with the popular CI/CD tools, Jenkins, AgroCD, or TeamCity, Harness, or a GitLab CI/CD tools. Also enabling automated artifact management and a deployment workflow. And that product whatever you're using for repository management, it should support you some APIs so that you can integrate with the custom scripts and the tools, allowing for your developers, and technically your reporting system also can pull the data when it is required to help you to automate and some of the common tasks. Audit trails are technically this is one of our high criteria which is required for every product, whatever you use it, not just only for artifact repository, but you have to consider for to track the activity and the changes of a repository, uh, making sure that you're following your compliance and regulatory related all the activities with your system. So this is a one critical one which I want to call out, promotion lifecycle management. So technically most of our artifacts should help you to promote your artifacts and lifecycle management workflows so that they're allowing your users to promote through the different environments and stages of the software delivery pipeline. The reason I also called out this is a very important is most of the time I see that in you might have created multiple release packages and the last minute you might have fixed the critical bugs, but it's always gets a challenge what package is running in your production until you have well documented information. If you do not have documentation uh, clearly, then you might be doing a lot of under your change management system, just a lot of information there. You end up doing a lot of searches, and you do not have see what package ended up in your artifacts to a production, especially when you have one product which you have a multiple front ends, multiple microservices, what you're deploying as part of a one package. So that's a one big piece it's going to be. So and finally, you need user web user interface for especially for administrators. It will help you to browse artifacts or configuring the settings, making it easy for your users to interact with the repository and perform certain tasks for your administration purpose. So all these features will help you to effectively manage your entire repository management and binary artifacts. Also, it helps you to streamline your software development process and also make sure that your system is reliable and it has a pretty good security has been implemented and compliance of your entire software supply chain. So from here, we'll go towards the number of products, market products are available in a system that will help you to see what are the market leaders we have in the. So it starts with a JFrog Artifactory. This is one of my favorite tool. I call that the reason is nowadays they used to be on only on-prem, but at least the last few years they have invested themselves on cloud too. And this is one of my favorite tool. The reason I said is I did work within a Nexus and Artifactory, but compared to this two, it's Artifactory is a more supports what are the features I called out in everything it supports, and from administration perspective, it's a user friendly and compared to Nexus. Especially now the SaaS they provide in every cloud like Amazon, AWS, or Google. or Azure, they support all the platforms. That's always I like it, right? So as second one is I called it the Nexus type. I think this one is losing a market, and I see that the trend is going towards Artifactory, which is JFrog product. And Apache Artua, which is technically they brought down this entire project as of March 2023. But if you are using before, I think you should start looking towards moving to Artifactory, JFrog Artifactory. I highly recommend. And the cloud providers also they support. Unfortunately, uh, they are not. They do not have a single repository management to support all your packages. For example, you see here Azure, ACR, DevOps, similarly Amazon ECR code artifacts. So ECR is purely for anything you see ACR or ECR, they are only for container part, where you're buying a service for them, you keep only containers there. But if they cannot do your proxying of a remote binaries, and you cannot do a local, where you keep entire Java, Python, all your program language repositories in one place. So you have to manage similarly, like for example, this is more like not a single system. You're managing a multiple system, then you're doing a lot of integrations, and that's more complex. Rather, you see enterprise-wide information should be in one place for all the binary artifacts. Rather, you manage based on a different kind of stuff you manage in a different place. That's always tough for organization to look into for when you need a compliance or regulatory part. This in the scenario, if I'm working on a Java project, I create a jar file, I putting in some other place. And once I make that as a container, then I need to put it in a container repository. Then now I need to track my related dependency or a configuration, which I'm providing for a Docker. Then I need to put it in some other repository place. So this here now I need to connect all these three dots, and I need to pull it in from three different places, which is not, that's why that is not my favorite. All right, so I hope this information helps you, and I hope this value added information I'm sharing here. All right, and I see you guys in the next video. I'll come back with a new content. All right, I hope at the time we'll see you back later. Thanks, bye.